Welcome to the Non-Negotiable Living Podcast, where we're building lives by design by creating non-negotiable habits around fitness, family, faith, and financial freedom.
All right, everybody. Today we're addressing a common challenge that many people face when it comes to health and fitness, and it's having an all or nothing mindset or approach to their goals. So if you've ever found yourself starting a new diet or fitness routine with high hopes, only to abandon it when things get tough or you have life changes come up, then this episode is for you. So we'll explore why this mindset is not only unsustainable, but how adopting sustainable long-term habits is the key to achieving lasting success and results. So what is the all or nothing approach? It's characterized by a rigid mindset where you either follow the health and fitness plan perfectly or you abandon it entirely and fall off the wagon. And this could look like extreme diets, intense workout regimens, or strict rules about what you can and can't do to be considered successful. So let's talk about why this is unsustainable. For one, it sets unrealistic expectations. So when you set overly ambitious goals and expect immediate results, it could lead to burnout. So when things don't go as planned, it's easy to feel like you've failed and given up entirely. A lot of people might disagree with this, but this is one of the many reasons I do not support 75 Hard. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's a mindset and workout routine that's incredibly regimented, where for 75 days you have no cheat meals, you drink a gallon of water a day, you read a book every day, you do 2 45-minute workouts, one inside, one outside, and it's a strict set of rules and guidelines. Well, I've seen so many people try this and fail. And you have to envision, if you're starting out on a health and fitness journey and you don't have any good habits yet, throwing 100 things at yourself at once is the surest way to fail. The biggest problem I see with people is they come to me and they say, I want to get healthy. And I say, okay, what does that mean to you? And they say, well, I need to start working out 5 days a week. I need to start walking every day. I need to drink a gallon of water a day. I need to start taking vitamins. I need to start stretching every day. I need to start doing yoga, meditation. I need to wake up earlier. I need to go to bed on time. And they list out 10 different things. And then they try to make the changes and they make it 3 days and then they fail because they tried to take on too much at once. So when you're setting yourself up for a health and fitness journey, you have to be realistic about what you have the capacity to change and take on, because if we upheave our whole life at once, we're not likely going to stick to it. So that could look like changing everything that you like eating to something that you don't. If you do that, it's not likely you're going to stick to it long term. If you all of a sudden throw in 2 workouts a day for 45 minutes at a time, and you weren't working out before, it's not likely that you're going to stick with that. If you start demanding of yourself that you take on 10 new habits every day that you had 0 before, then it's not likely that you're going to succeed. So the idea is that we need to build small incremental habits, not change everything at once, and we need to be realistic about our expectations. The next thing that we need to acknowledge is that a lot of these types of all or nothing approaches lack flexibility. Now, I always tell my clients that we have to be strict about the process, but flexible about the implementation. And that's because life is unpredictable. And adhering to a rigid plan can make it really challenging. So when unexpected events come up and changes in your routine come up, this can derail your progress and make it difficult to stick with a plan. And this is especially true if you have kids or a high-stress, unpredictable job. So what you need to be able to do is make adjustments in your schedule that are flexible. You need to be able to have the ability to make changes based on what's going on in your life and what you have the capacity to do from day to day. So if you're on a schedule that is built out and it's strict and built out 7 days a week and there's no going off of it, otherwise you failed, then eventually you're gonna fail because you're not leaving yourself any room for flexibility. The other problem with people who have these all or nothing mindsets is they're often chasing short-term fixes. So that's crash diets, quick fixes, often prioritizing short-term results over long-term health. So these approaches can lead to temporary weight loss, but they rarely lead to sustainable changes. And everybody says that. I did this diet for a while, or this diet worked for a while. Well, what I always tell people is if a diet worked for a while and then it stopped working and you gained the weight back, then it never truly worked. The only diet that works is the one that you can stick with long-term. And that's why I stress healthy, sustainable lifestyle changes, not diets. This is not a diet. It's not a quick fix. The word diet is not allowed in my household, in my program, because that's not what you should be after. You should be after sustainable changes So when people are focusing on these crash diets, these quick fixes, what I would stress is that they need to zoom out and look at the long-term implications of the choices they're making and how these healthy habits can drastically change the trajectory of their lives. We need to shift the mindset from I want to drop 20 pounds this month to I want longevity in my elder years. I want to be able to enjoy my retirement. I want to make it to retirement age without diseases and without relying on medication. There's so many benefits to this that are not just about what that scale says or how you fit into your clothes. And believe me, those scale drops and those clothes fitting better come as a byproduct of achieving these healthy, sustainable habits, but it doesn't have to be a crash diet and it doesn't have to be a quick fix to get there, and it shouldn't be. So the alternative is creating sustainable, healthy habits. It's embracing sustainable habits and creating balance and a flexible approach to health and fitness that you can maintain long-term. And the reason it works is, for one, it's about consistency over perfection. So when we can create sustainable habits focused on making consistent, gradual changes rather than aiming for perfection 100% of the time right off the bat, then this allows you to build healthier habits over time without feeling overwhelmed. So if the goal is to get 1% better each day, then that can look like, instead of going into a program and saying, okay, well, I haven't been walking at all and now I need to hit 10,000 steps every single day, we need to be realistic. So if you've been walking maybe 2,000 steps a day, maybe we start at 5,000 as the goal, not 10,000. Or maybe if your water intake has been drastically struggling and you only drink 1 cup of water a day, rather than saying, okay, I need to jump immediately to a gallon of water a day, it's, okay, well, if I've been drinking 1 cup, then let's aim for 2 cups a day. And then next week, let's aim for 3 cups a day. And let's build incrementally. And if you've been eating super low protein and you're like, well, my goal's now 150 grams a day, but I've only been eating 50 grams a day, then it's not reasonable to make that jump immediately. Instead, what we need to say is, okay, you've only been eating this much. Let's shoot for 20 more grams a day. Let's increase week by week. Let's get there incrementally and slowly. Or if you're currently not exercising, rather than saying, I'm going to do 75 hard and work out twice a day for 45 minutes, maybe it's that you say, hey, I think I can incorporate 2 workouts a week for 30 minutes, and let's start there. Hell, you could start with 1 workout a week for 30 minutes, and that's still a win. That's still more than you were doing before. So we need to be reasonable and remember that we don't have to go balls to the walls. We don't have to go 100% all at once. We can build incrementally and get there. Now, the truth is, if we want to be successful long-term, we have to be adaptable. Sustainable habits need to be able to adapt to the changes in your life. So whether you're traveling, whether you're busy with work or facing challenges, having a flexible approach makes it easier to stay on track. Now, this is one of the reasons that I think my clients get such amazing results, is if they're traveling, we meet and we discuss, okay, where are you going? Do you want to exercise while you're traveling? What equipment are you going to have available to you? What's your schedule look like while you're there? How can I help you build this out so you can be successful? So it's about learning how to adapt your schedule accordingly. So some people like to go on vacation and not exercise. Some people just like to prioritize, hey, I'm going to have a pool available. I'd rather just swim. Perfect. Let's make those adjustments. So it doesn't have to be so strict to say that, yes, your 4-day lifting regimen has to happen every day you're on vacation. No, you can give yourself that flexibility and choose other methods to get your exercise in. Maybe you're going to walk more. Maybe you're going to Europe and you know you're probably going to get 20,000 steps in each day. That's great. You don't have to incorporate a lifting session for the 5 days you're gone if you want to take a break from lifting and just focus on enjoying your trip and walking. So we have to be adaptable. Now, work getting busy is one of the biggest hangups I see with people, is there'll be a person that typically goes to the gym, but work gets busy and they can't make it to the gym, so they just skip their workout and they say, well, crap, I didn't get it done. Well, instead, why don't you do something? So instead of saying, I can't get to the gym because I only had an hour blocked for it and now I only have 45 minutes because my meeting ran over, you can easily just go do a body weight workout in your living room if you work from home. If you're at work and you can't make it to the gym, but you have your gym clothes with you, you could throw on your clothes and go do a body weight workout outside. You could go run around your building and get a run in. So there's tons of options, but we have to be adaptable and we have to stop getting in this mindset that it's either one thing or nothing. We have to be able to say, okay, cool, I didn't make it to the gym today, but I'm going to jump on my Peloton that's in my office. Or, hey, I didn't make it to the gym today. I'm going to go run outside and get a run in, or I'm going to go do some body weight squats and push-ups and dips in my living room, because getting a workout is better than not getting a workout, even if it's not what I expected. So we have to be adaptable and flexible. So here are 5 tips that I practice with my clients to help them approach health and fitness from a sustainable way. So the first is to minimize your amount of workouts. Unfortunately, I see so many people coming to me saying, Ashley, I work out an hour a day, 6 days a week. And I'll ask them, why? Are you at your body goals? Because if you're working out that much, I would hope you've achieved your body goals. They'll say, well, no. And I'm like, well, why are you working out that much? Do you enjoy it? They'll say, well, no. And I'm like, okay, well, why are you doing it? They're like, well, because I think I need to get to my goals. And what people will be surprised to find is I only work out 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. And that is the most that I would ever ask any of my clients to. I believe in short, effective, but high intensity workouts. We go hard for 30 minutes. And when I say hard, I don't mean like jumping, running, sweating, throwing weights around. I just mean we lift intentionally at a high intensity or do our cardio at a reasonable exertion for that 30 minutes, and then we're done. And that's all you need. And anybody has 30 minutes. So this is why when I went to being a virtual coach, that was one of the expectations that I set for myself, is all of my clients are going to have workout routines that can be accomplished in 30 minutes. Because in the 16 years I've been coaching, I haven't met anybody who couldn't achieve their body goals working out 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. And I know for some people that's mind-blowing, because I know people who spend an hour and a half in the gym. And great, maybe you enjoy spending that much time in the gym, but I don't think it's necessary. For most people, it's just not. Or you maybe just spend a lot of time in the gym because you enjoy it, but you could probably knock your workout out in a shorter period of time, and that's fine. But for the majority of my clients, they're busy, they're working professionals, they have families. So I try and make it quick and effective. And for myself, I like to also. I mean, I have 2 kids, I have a husband, I have a household, I work full-time, I run a business, I have employees. So I want my workouts to be quick, efficient, and effective. So I work out 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Additionally, according to the National Institute of Health, working out 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week reduces your risk of 12 types of cancer, as well as reducing your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. So you have to remember that there is a means to the madness. You don't have to be overdoing it. You can drastically improve your health and the physical look of your body in a short period of time. Everybody has 1.5% of their time to devote to their health and well-being. I've literally never met one person who could not do that. And remember, if you're starting from square one, a 30-minute workout could be a brisk walk outside your home. It could be a home workout routine with body weight only. It could be a 30-minute gym session. It could be 30 minutes on the treadmill. It could be going on a 30-minute bike ride with your kids. It does not have to be crazy. It does not have to be intense. It does not have to require a lot of equipment. It just needs to be effective. Now, the next thing that I recommend is getting your daily steps in. So I personally aim for 10,000 steps a day. And when my clients get to the capability of being able to do that as well, I also recommend it. So this is a great way to increase your physical activity without feeling like you need to do intense workouts every day. And walking helps you burn more calories. So if you're walking 10,000 steps a day, you can easily burn an extra 300 to 400 calories a day. So you're increasing your calorie burn without increasing your hunger, which can help you burn more fat. Walking improves your cardiovascular health, supports your weight loss, and minimizes your need for a severe calorie deficit to lose weight. And by increasing your steps to 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day, you can reduce your risk of premature death by 60%. Now, the next thing I recommend is prioritizing protein, fiber, and tracking your macros. So focusing on incorporating plenty of protein and fiber into your diet helps you feel full and satiated longer. Your protein helps you with muscle repair and growth and helps you feel full, and your fiber supports your digestion and it helps regulate your blood sugar levels. Now, tracking your macros, which are protein, carbs, and fats, provides insight and education so you understand your eating habits so that you can make sure that you're making good choices. And I know a lot of people have tried tracking macros before and it gets really overwhelming. So the approach that I take with my clients is to only track protein and calories and then be cognizant of fiber. So that gives you the flexibility in carbs and fats throughout your days to not have to stress about hitting each macro spot on. Now, the next thing is having flexibility in your eating. So we practice the 80-20 rule. So we aim to hit our nutritional goals 80% of the time, or 8 out of every 10 days. And then the other 20% or 2 days are theirs to enjoy. So if my clients hit their macros 8 days and on their other 2 days that they want off, they want to go have all you can eat sushi and drink margaritas, then more power to them, because I've found that my clients can achieve the results that they want by following the 80-20 rule and allowing that flexibility. And that flexibility is really what makes this sustainable long term. If you're so strict with your eating that you never give yourself a day off or the flexibility to eat the things you enjoy, then you're never going to stick with it long term. So the idea is to enjoy yourself, go to special events and not worry about your intake, go out on date night, enjoy your treats, enjoy your special meals, enjoy it mindfully, and then return to your balanced eating plan the next day with no stress, no food guilt, none of that. Which brings me to my next point, which is working on mindset. And addressing your mindset around food and exercise and your overall health is crucial. Mindset is largely overlooked in the health and fitness industry, and it could easily be argued as one of the most important parts. And it's the idea that we need to shift away from this focus on crash diets and quick fixes, and we need to start focusing on the long-term sustainability, the health we're after, and the byproducts of all of these choices we're going to make. So when we're trying to overcome this all or nothing thinking, or dealing with food guilt, mom guilt, we need to shift our focus from perfection to progress and to maintaining a healthy, more positive approach to our goals. So we need to practice self-compassion. Let's be honest, we are hard on ourselves. We are innately going to beat ourselves up over everything. So when we can practice self-compassion and remind ourselves that it's okay to have setbacks, it's okay to not see progress every single week, it's okay to focus on non-scale victories as well as the scale victories. When we can focus on our progress and celebrating our achievements, no matter how small, then all of a sudden the process becomes more enjoyable. We can start to acknowledge the wins that aren't related to the scale, which include things like increases in our energy, increases in our confidence, our clothes fitting better, getting stronger at the gym, becoming more confident lifting, feeling good at the gym, in a place that maybe we never went into previously, increasing our libido, balancing our hormones, feeling happy, feeling like we can participate in things with our kids and our families and go out and do things and be an active participant. There are so many non-scale victories that come with these habits that a lot of people tend to overlook, and they are just as important as what the scale says. So all in all, my biggest push is that we need to move away from this all or nothing mindset and start embracing sustainable long-term habits. It's the key to achieving lasting health and fitness results. So we need to create non-negotiable habits. So rather than trying to upheave our whole life and change everything at once, we need to build small incremental habits that are going to lead to compounding, lasting, sustainable change. So by setting realistic goals, staying adaptable, and focusing on consistency, you can create a balanced approach that fits into your life, helps you reach your goals, and helps you keep the progress and the results that you get. So thanks for joining me on this episode. If you found this valuable, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with others who might benefit from it. And I'll see you next time with more tips and strategies to help you live your healthiest life. Until then, stay consistent and keep working towards those non-negotiable health habits. You guys got this.